Hello, I created this channel mainly to share the truth and voice my opinion on some of the burning issues that's hampering our country. I also want to highlight how far we have come as a nation that was once a strong force to be reckoned with and once we had the right principles. I distinctly love our country for what it stands for: faith, family, and freedom. But now things have changed. On contrast, if you don't follow the news now, you are uninformed. You follow the news, you are misinformed. You hear anything from the mainstream media, it's either not true or fabricated. True journalism doesn't exist anymore. When someone does good, the media and the big techs destroy the individual or the leader. Gone are the days when an individual or the leader's efforts were recognized and highly regarded. Instead, now they are persecuted. What's wrong with this? Please listen to its entirety of this message. I'd like to take you through the journey of where we started and where we are now. To me, there are five bedrock principles our country is founded upon. Rights come from God, not from government, meaning that the principles are derived from biblical principles. All political power emanates from the people, limited representative republic, written constitution, private citizen rights. People come from all over the world, come from European descent, come from Asia, Africa, wherever they come from, they have the right on their own. They have their um, fundamental rights such as liberty, freedom of speech, free to practice the religion, and freedom of assembly. That's what makes America unique in its own way. America have a profound history. It is charmingly beautiful and unique, and I love my country and so passionate about it. Little by little, there were dark forces that kind of sprawled into every segment and corners of this country to shake the foundations of this nation. If you look at the disrespect for the American flag, I see athletes start respecting the flag. Stopped respecting the national anthem. Then you look at the movements such as the BLM. These movements were created specifically to corrode this nation. And you look at the shades were being made for our history. The statues were being trampled down. So I am against slavery, but that was part of any nation's history in the past. So not that slavery is the right thing. It was bad for sure, but you just have to learn from your history, the good and the bad. You learn from the good and the bad, and continue to do good and stop the bad. Not that you want to be able to trample what happened in the past. You don't want to erase that history. Then you look at that aspect of it, the noise became louder and louder. You look at the trans movement, you look at the woke movement, they were all created specifically to corrode the foundations. Then there were movements. So that segues into what I want to speak on today. So I have been closely following Vivek Ramaswamy for the past several months, and the tenets, the principles that he shared throughout his campaigns kind of regenerates my hope for this country, kind of re-energizes me that there is still hope. Just not that leaders can be just politicians. The leaders can have the right judgment. They can have the right principles, and they stand for the people to bring that freedom that we've been losing over the period of years. So what does he stand for? So he has been showcasing his list of 10 core tenets along the campaign trail. God is real. There are two genders. Human flourishing requires fossil fuels. Reverse racism is racism. And open border is no border. Parents determine the education of the children. The nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind. Capitalism lifts people from poverty. There are three branches of the United States government, not four. The US Constitution is the strongest guarantor of freedoms in history. So, why we need Vivek? With the woke culture sprawling into every facet and corner of this country, it's now or never. Vivek is the best candidate who can fight the battle for us, provided his belief, conviction, fearlessness to stand against all these corrupt thoughts. Having the right discernment and conviction is key for anyone. If you don't have what it needs to lead, with the right discernment and conviction, you are just a puppet. So here are my thoughts. As we citizens know more about him and what he stands for, his polls are only going to go up. Just that awareness alone will give him provide a good stepping stone. I haven't seen, at least in the political arena, who have the right discernment, morals, and values and be transparent with their thoughts and acts by it. Even though he is of Indian origin, he is American first. Having strong convictions to identify what is wrong with this culture that is rotting this country and having a clear, precise vision to overcome that. You look at other CEOs. You look at Parag Agarwal, the former Twitter CEO. Was he successful? Yes. But did he stand for the right values? Absolutely not. Agarwal has been quoted as saying, our role is not to be bound by the First Amendment, but our role is to serve a healthy public conversation. He thinks Twitter should thus focus less on thinking about free speech, but thinking about how the times have changed. That's not having the right discernment. I'm glad Elon Musk brought the Twitter and making changes there. I see other leaders who are quick to take away your rights. They clearly don't function on the interest of these people. To me, you can be successful or can do things that are significant. There's a clear difference between somebody saying this person did so well in his life than somebody saying he did the right things. To me, Vivek is the latter. So it's evident a common man happened to have an Indian origin, American first mindset, who have the right conviction to do the right thing, who's also respectful, very articulate, well educated, having the concise, clear vision, and stands for what is right without compromising his values for anything. Most importantly, to me, he have read the Bible and stands by the biblical values, even though he's not a Christian, having the resolve to speak the truth and say it loudly, have the true American spirit, have the conviction that births from the hearts of our founding fathers. So, how does he fit into this political equation? My thoughts on this: he stands for every American, whether you are a Democrat or a Republican. Nobody wants an open border. Nobody wants our children's mind to be corroded, with all these woke or trans culture. We all believe in the US Constitution. That being said, over the years, the politicians have found ways to divide our country, divide our mindsets. So that mindset needs to be changed. In my view, President Trump have done that. He has been there. He had the right methods to drain the swamp, however you call it. He had the right method, but that what was communicated to the public might have been misconstrued. Maybe the thought of what was done right might not have been misunderstood by the public. However, I'm not sure Vivek can endure the political persecution he is going to be under. So my desire would be, if he can find a way to coexist, contribute with President Trump from 24 to 28, and then take the reins, where he can learn how the swamp acts. He can learn how the world reacts to every situation, every decision he can make, and learn from there, and then take the reins. So Vivek have great respect for President Trump, called him the most successful president in the 21st century, and even he mentioned he would like to have President Trump as his mentor or advisor. I am even excited to think about this partnership to take America to greater nation, to what our forefathers have founded on.